Hi everyone! Today we will briefly talk about DISTINCTCOUNT Power BI function, what it gives us and when to use it. If you find these short tutorials valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. DISTINCTCOUNT starts its play when we need to calculate vital ratios for your business. The ratios that measure efficiency of your business. For example, revenues per sales manager, or revenues per patient if it is a hospital, or revenues per recruiter if it is a staffing agency. We can substitute the revenues measure with cost or margin or anything else in order to create the ratios that are most important for your business. So for all these types of ratios, we will need to count the distinct values for the sales managers or recruiters or patients. It depends on the business that we are looking at. So the Power BI function that we will be using is named DISTINCTCOUNT. The output of this function is a number of distinct values that appear in specific column of a fact table. Now let's move to Power BI. Here we have just one simple fact table with orders. Nothing more. Here it is. The column structure is the following. In this tutorial, we will need just order date column, customer name column, and sales column. Let's quickly create the measure for the total sales. We will name it sales totals. That will be step number 1, the first component of ratio that we will be building shortly. Now moving to the most important part. We need to calculate DISTINCTCOUNT for the customers. We will name this measure DISTINCTCOUNT, starting with the function's name, DISTINCTCOUNT. Now we need to place the argument. DISTINCTCOUNT function has the only argument. We will need to specify the table and the column name inside this table, where we will be counting distinct values. In this particular case, we will be counting distinct values for the customers inside our orders table. Closing parentheses and pressing enter. Let's create a card and put this measure in it. So this card tells us that we have 793 unique customers inside orders table. Now we can create the ratio that we need, sales per customer ratio. Creating a new measure, sales per customer ratio. While building this measure, we will be using only measure that we've previously created. We will divide sales totals measure by DISTINCTCOUNT measure. Now we have the ratio for the sales per customer. Let's place it also on the card. This says us that the average sales per customer is equal to $2,897 for the whole time period that is mentioned in our orders table. We can add state slicer and the ratio will be affected by this slicer as well. Also, we can build a chart for the revenues per customer ratio. X-axis will be the order date and Y-axis will be the ratio itself. At this moment, it shows us the revenues per customer per year. We can dive deeper into the quarters or months. So this means DISTINCTCOUNT measure calculates the amount of distinct values by year if we are on the year level on the chart. If we are on the quarter level, it does the same but for the quarters. The same story happens when we are on the month level. And also, the DISTINCTCOUNT function is being affected by all filters and slicers that we currently have on the dashboard. So if you need to build some ratios for your business, DISTINCTCOUNT Power BI function will be a good instrument to use. I hope you enjoyed this short Power BI tutorial. If you find these short tutorials valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you find this short tutorial valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link to download this dataset you will be able to find in the description of this video. If you are a business owner, in this set of tutorials, I'm showing how you can organize your weekly or monthly financial or non-financial reports without using Microsoft Excel, pivot tables, and writing formulas. This will significantly save your time. Plus, you will avoid mistakes while building reports. As a raw data source, we're using simple Excel file. So we are running the report for the current week or current month. This can be 10,000 lines or 100,000 lines long report. In our tutorial, all data is imaginary. Every week or every month, we will be adding a new portion of lines in the report. And then we will be going to Power BI, clicking refresh, and a new week or a new month of data will be automatically added to our dashboard. If this information is valuable for you, please hit that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends who have their own business. All tutorial links are placed down below in the description of this video. See you in next tutorials and follow us for more.